Welcome. Welcome to the NexGen Show. This is where we talk to young and promising people in our industry who are climbing up the corporate ladder. So today we have Nathalie Tay with us.
Pleasure to be here.
Welcome, Nathalie. Welcome, Nathalie. I believe your passion for the industry lies in writing, copywriting.
Yeah, but to be frank, I don't do a lot of it. I do a big mix of things.
What do you do then?
So I do everything from social media to events to content management, and then sometimes in between I will do writing.
So you do also advertising for those platforms?
Yeah, I do.
For your clients?
Yes, I do.
Good. And tell us about your clients. I mean, you don't have to mention their names, but how is it working with them and managing them, obviously on your own?
Yeah. It's a ride.
It's a ride. A roller coaster ride.
Definitely. I've had some nightmare clients. I've had some really good clients. But I think the nightmare ones definitely stay with you longer, unfortunately, right?
Do your clients pay on time?
Sometimes. Sometimes they pay on time.
Which is like a good time when you say clients pay on time. Is it like 1 week, 2 weeks?
Oh, no, 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe a month.
A month, that's a good payment
yes.
cycle for you, yeah? And clients who pay you late or, how long they take?
Sometimes you're chasing for like half a year.
Half a year? Huh? Good God.
Yeah, but I think the bigger problem, because I range from doing freelance stuff to I used to do agency work, right? I think the biggest thing is once you enter the freelance game, it's not about the payments coming in or not, because sometimes it's the amount. The amount is so small that they will pay on time, but that's the crux of the problem. The amount is small.
Yes. Did you have anybody not paying you at all?
No, not yet, I think.
Not yet?
Not yet, not too bad.
We wish you well. We hope that you don't end up in that sort of situation.
Hopefully, cross fingers.
When you're doing your writing, what sort of inspiration, where do you draw your inspiration from? In the sense that, of course, obviously different product categories require a different style of writing.
Yeah. I do a variety of inspirations because I do a variety of writing. So I range from editorial all the way to doing social media captions, right? And I think it's just that my brain is trained since young to observe advertising and to observe writing, which I realize among my peers is not a skill that a lot of people have anymore. I tell a lot of people they don't read.
Right.
They see article headlines. They don't click into the article to read. They see, visual copy. They don't read the caption. So each different kind of writing requires a different kind of thing, I've realized,
Yes.
In social media, it's what appears in the first couple of sentences. Not sentences, words.
Yes.
The first words.
I always say, that the subject header is the headline.
Yeah.
Especially like in an email or in a call-out, yeah?
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge you face, or rather, when it comes to writing? Well, you're right. There are not many good writers in our industry. There are budding writers. Sometimes the good ones don't stay in our industry for too long, unfortunately. But we do have at least about 50 good writers, or 100 good writers, which is still great for our industry, which is growing. How do you manage with ChatGPT?
Oof. To be honest, I feel like a sham of a young person because I struggle with using ChatGPT, to be honest. Because the part that I struggle with is the prompting, And I think it's because when I think about possibly using ChatGPT for something like writing, right? It's something that is so second nature to me. And I'm usually writing about things I'm so familiar with already.
Yes.
So I don't even feel the need to use an external tool like ChatGPT. By the time I even think of the prompt, the caption is already in my head, you know what I mean?
So you are directly into the work mode in your assignments, right?
Yeah.
You're not in your, you don't do, so for example, working paper or briefs. Not really, the brief is provided to you, right?
Yeah, not too often. A lot of the projects I do are very collaborative in nature. So a lot of times the proposal comes from my side. Clients give us very, very little to work with. You know, they just want awareness or they just want conversion, and we come up with the idea. So in a way, we're coming up with the brief. They are approving the brief, and then we execute the brief.
It's not unusual.
Definitely not. With the smaller to medium
What's the
ones,
best brief you ever got from a client?
Oh,
Was it 1 page long or 2 page long? 2 pages long?
sometimes it's a WhatsApp message.
Wow, you can work off a WhatsApp message? That must be really exciting.
Exciting is one word.
Yeah. How about deadlines?
Ooh. Deadlines has not gotten better. From agency deadlines is one thing. Freelance deadlines or just working on events deadlines is even more, is worse.
Yes. How do you see your generation, yeah? By the way, for the readers, she's in her 20s. And so your generation, what do they look for example, when they move into advertising? Are they drawn to this notion that there's big money to be earned when they work in advertising?
Can I be honest, Sam?
Please.
I think a lot of people enter advertising today because they don't know what else to do. You know, they want to do something business tangential. Maybe they're not smart enough for sciences. You know, I wasn't smart enough for sciences. And then they pick the business category that sounds the most exciting. So that tends to be mass comm, or it tends to be marketing. And I see a lot of people enter the industry now because of that.
You're very right. In fact, those who come into advertising and really make it big are happy accidents. I'm one example of that. I went from waiter, bartender, advertising. That was my career path. So, yeah, I can relate to that. People don't really look hard to work in advertising as such, yeah?
Maybe, I don't know what it was like, you know.
I think
Maybe it was back then. And now, I think people who've come into advertising and find passion for it, sort of find it on the job.
Right.
They fall in love with it as they work on it.
Yes.
They find the beauty in the craft, but not very rarely before.
So it's quite critical. That means the first job, the environment, yeah, and the stimulation or the leadership or the mentor playing the role is very critical.
Oh yeah, I've had plenty of peers and friends who wanted to enter the industry, had a terrible first outing, and then left.
And what did they do now?
They do admin or HR or accounting sometimes, just something totally different.
Well, our business has changed. Yeah, Nathalie, our business has changed in the sense that the big money is not really there. Of course, the big money is there for the big people, but entry level and all that, there is money, of course, but not like it used to be in those days. You know, it's not unusual in those days for a creative director to earn 50,000 ringgit. Of course, now there are creative directors who still earn that sort of money or that sort of package, but it will normally be in the big shops. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So motivation-wise, you are right. They have to do something which excites them also. Do they actually know that advertising is about ideas, or do they think that advertising is all about TikTok?
I think it depends on what the culture of the agency is, you know, because that I grew up around a lot of agency people, so I know what the big agency, you know, mindset is like, and I know what people strive for when they go into big agency. But a lot of my friends have never had that kind of experience with big agency, and so their mindset is very whatever they do on a day-to-day, socials, programmatic.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Of course, a large part of our industry is media.
Yeah.
And even they are now providing creative solutions and ideas apart from media. They have new revenue streams. And but the ideas or the brand agencies still work hard on creating campaigns that resonate. What campaign do you like that you've seen recently that you want to talk about?
Ooh. Wow. This
Cannot
is-
remember.
Yeah.
That means the advertisement didn't work.
I don't think so. I mean, we are so exposed to so much advertising now, right?
Yeah.
It's sometimes actually the most impactful advertising for me now is small business advertising that utilizes the business owner as an influencer.
Okay.
So
Yes.
it will be brands like Tiger or brands like the Dots that is always top of mind for me, because to me the association of the brand is the association with the owner of the business, which is totally different approach. But I guess that would also count as advertising.
Yes, influencer marketing, of course, is a big thing. In the industry at the moment, it is all about influencer marketing, moving into 2025, retail media, e-commerce, or the whole ecosystem about
Live
purchase.
shopping.
Yes, live shopping, and connected TV, which is all our internet-ready TVs, which allow for transactions also. In fact, I was watching YouTube and I saw this video and about selling pants, and the voiceover started like, men do not wear underwear. I was suddenly attracted to the screen. I said, what does it mean? And the voiceover goes on, quite a voiceover that was, they had some sales pitch in it. Buy this and that, this is great and all that, durable. And then it had something like men who drive cars do not have to wear these pants, do not have to worry about taking off their pants when driving. I thought that the whole awkwardness, well, I must confess, I did order the pants. It was only $100. It came in 5 days, and I gave them my waist size. It was a perfect fit.
Oh, wow.
But the advertising was so... I mean, it is not fine, it's not in good taste. So, I mean, do you think awkward advertising works? I think it works, yeah.
I think the weirder the advertising, or sometimes the more controversial the advertising, it sticks with you. And to be controversial in this day and age, you have to be really out there.
True. So once again, what is the recent ad that you saw that you liked? It could be a billboard, it could be anything. Not offhand, huh?
Not offhand.
Not offhand.
I think it has to do with media consumption also these days.
Correct.
Because I rarely step out of the house.
Right.
So when am I going to see a billboard, right?
Yes.
The ads that I see are going to be on socials.
Social.
And these days, you kind of ignore a lot of advertising on socials.
Yes.
You see so much of it. The moment you see something that looks like an ad, you scroll. So the only thing that sticks with me is really ads that disguise themselves as not ads, or ads that are weird enough, like your pants ad.
Yes. In India, there was an outdoor ad, where the waiter was pouring coffee, and it almost looked like he was giving it to the passing traffic below. It was like so real, and gigantic guy on the billboard popping out, and 3D. It was a 3D billboard. But I think you're right in the sense that if you are on mobile all the time, so what they did was they took that whole thing, they made it into a video, and they put it on mobile.
Okay.
Mobile got more views than the actual billboard. So it's probably to reach someone like you, even if you have a billboard, you probably need to make it into a little clip of the billboard.
Yeah.
And of course, spice it up. Once you're doing the video, you might as well put in some music and all. And so that is what is happening. It's called 4OH. That means what you see on the mobile is different from what you see in real life. If there's anything you can change, Nathalie, you would like to see change in our industry, what would that be?
I would like to see more belief from the brand side, to be honest. Because when I was going from agency, I saw this issue, freelance, I saw this issue. It's always a struggle on the advertiser side to convince the brand that they have their best interests at heart, that you understand the brand, that you are pitching this idea because you think it's creative and it will make the brand stand out, right?
Okay.
But more often than not, it gets stuck in this struggle of, we don't want to take too many risks, or if it's a smaller brand, it's even worse because then they'll ask, I put in this much amount of money, can you confirm it converts into this much of sales for me? Which I think is the nightmare until now, equating marketing to sales.
So you're saying that you would like to see marketers have more faith in their own brands, or I
think I would like to see brands have more faith in marketers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Promise of the magic of marketing, yeah?
Yeah. We're still stuck in this 3 years, 5 years ago kind of mindset, Like when I talk to my friends overseas, the belief in marketing there is strong. They see the value in it, right? But then if you come to the brands here, they will say, oh, you want to pitch this idea? Can you give me an example of it having worked before? And then suddenly you have to find some example from the US or something to show, hey, it worked.
That'll give them more confidence, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Nathalie. Pleasure talking to you. All the best.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, till we meet again in our next episode, stay safe. Bye.